This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Ask me some hard stuff.
Okay, Russell Westbrook, are you guys good?
I don't know. You got to ask him.
Well, he's not sitting down with me, so I'm asking you. Like, if you know everything's, I mean, he's fiery competitor, you're fiery competitor. You guys good?
I don't know. For some reason, he thought, 6, 7 years ago I tried to hurt him, and of course that wasn't the case. But as a basketball player, I'm not gonna apologize for it. So you got to ask him.
Scott Van Pelt asked a simple question, a question that actually took the words right out of Beverley's mouth. An impressive feat if you know Patrick Beverley even a little bit. The question was about Russell Westbrook, a topic that has become complicated. Like I said before, to be fair though, Westbrook doesn't seem to like a lot of people and takes everything personal. Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverley have had a long history dating back to Beverley's first year, but surprisingly, their trash talk history only just started recently. And let's just say, Westbrook had the last laugh. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Players are practicing again. I never knew I'd be so happy to see Jared Dudley with the beard, but here we are.
Nice.
We actually could see Russ and Beverley in the playoffs again. At one point, police were brought onto the court to keep Westbrook and Beverley away from each other. Police?
Bruh.
They've played in 2 playoff series, and that's where it all starts, specifically the 2013 series. The Thunder had went 16-22 in the regular season for the #1 seed and the second best record in the NBA, and they would match up with the Rockets in the first round. Remember, the Thunder had just been to the finals the year before, and while they had lost James Harden, who was ironically on the Rockets, the two-head Durant Westbrook monster made them favorites to make the finals and potentially upset the Heat. The Thunder win Game 1 by 29 and move on to Game 2. In the second quarter, Westbrook is about to call a timeout, and Beverley goes for the ball after the whistle is called and actually ends up injuring Westbrook in the process. Before this moment, Westbrook has never missed a game. Yeah, 438 straight games, and now Westbrook had a torn meniscus in his knee, ending his season and half the next. The Thunder lost in the second round of the playoffs, and you could just tell from this look over right there that Russ immediately blamed Beverley for what had happened. Russ kept playing that game. Bev shoved him again. There were debates on whether that whole play was a dirty play, but of course, there's way more than just that. So let's dive deep. Drop it like for the amount of players Westbrook and Bev have annoyed combined. 5,467. I made a Discord for the all-day community, kinda a pre-launch before it fully rolls out, so link will be in the pinned comment and description. I might have made a Beverley TikTok, yeah, and I'm streaming on Twitch tonight. And to the 91% of people that watch my videos that still aren't subscribed, it takes like 2 seconds and it's quicker than the shove, so please subscribe. I hope you all enjoy the content. This current season, Westbrook is on the Rockets and Beverley has found a home on the Clippers. In their very first game of the season, Harden would drop 47 points with Beverley guarding him from time to time. There was also this.
Under 2 to play. Harden step back, puts up the 3, got hit, shot's good!
Actually, that comes later on, like another game in the future, but yeah. Westbrook himself had a pretty horrible game, shooting 30% from the field on 20 shots. Russ, for the most part, was guarded by Bev, and so after a game, he was asked whether Beverley's defense was really that annoying. This was his response.
Pat Beverley's obviously a pretty well-known pain in the butt. How do you think, what do you think of his matchup with James tonight and kind of the way James dealt with his tactics?
You talking about James, what, 44, 47?
47.
Pat Bev trick y'all, man, like he play defense. He don't guard nobody, man, just running around.
He even came at Beverley supposedly playing hard.
You know, play hard. Playing hard is a part of the game, man. For people like me, I play hard every night, as well as he does. And that's a part of the game. He play hard, that's it. There's nothing else to it. He play hard, that's good, but doesn't make great decisions. Sometimes he does a good job defensively, but tonight James took advantage of him and got what he wanted.
Russ came at Beverley's existence. Dang. That is Patrick Beverley's brand. Since he came into the league in 2013, Beverley has been fighting for a spot. He couldn't make the league because of a plagiarized college paper and ended up playing overseas. Beverley is one of those players that knew from day one that he wasn't that talented, but he was from the streets of Chicago. He sold drugs at one point. He just needed to get by and did whatever it took. Bev said before that he knew he could toughen up his body and that he was quick enough to defend. On top of that, defense was an effort thing, and so that results in the type of player you just hate to play against. His teammates have called him crazy for his workouts. After a season-ending knee injury, he woke up from surgery and refused painkillers because he wanted to feel and understand the pain. Yeah, he's like that. So going back to this play, some excused it for Beverley just being Beverley, and then it would happen again next year.
His first basket of the game. And Scott Brooks wants to call a timeout, and Beverley again and Westbrook.
Yeah, nearly the same identical play. On March 11, 2014, after the whistle blows, Beverley puts his hands on Westbrook, and of course, Westbrook loses it. It makes sense, that was the same play that took Westbrook out for months, and there was justifiable anger. You also have to remember that Westbrook is a very important part of the Thunder, and Beverley seems like he's trying to take out Westbrook. That just goes along with his reputation of whatever it takes to win. Throughout the game, there was just physical play. Throughout the years, it was more physical play. In the 2017 playoffs, there was a hard foul, and you guessed it, more arguing. Westbrook mocking Bev had me dying. He got the face. Like, Westbrook even said this after a press conference.
Oh yeah, he was talking about he was first team all defense, but I didn't know what the hell he was talking about because I had 42 at the time. The series, I don't know what he talking about. Maybe he was dreaming of some shit. I don't know. Sorry, excuse my cuss word, but
it is true that Beverley would scream out first team all defense randomly, so Russ was pretty much mocking, saying that he had 42 on him. And then Beverley said this.
But now it shocked me because he said he looked up and said, "No one can guard me. I got 40 points." I'm like, that's nice. He took 34 shots to get it.
They both got the calmest face while going at each other's necks. That was the first real time they trash talked each other, and not just some yelling out in anger, but they wouldn't play until a whole year later, so nothing would really escalate and no real chance to retaliate. Then in 2018, there was the Rock the Baby by Russ.
Biles just slithered around the crafty defensive player who just can't.
And Beverley.
Sensing that very aggressive defense, just took him to the basket.
Oh, we got to get a replay of Patrick Beverley rocking the baby on the way.
Another dive at the knees of Russ, which was ruled a flagrant foul, double technicals for the arguing, and police were called down because Russ wouldn't stop yelling at Beverley. And so yeah, that's a Spark No Story version of their beef up until the 2019-2020 season when Russ said Beverley doesn't play defense. Their next game would be just a few days later on November 22nd, 2019. This game would be back and forth. It was honestly a great game. In this game, Beverley was matched up with Harden, so he wasn't guarding Westbrook for almost all the game. But despite that, Westbrook still didn't have a good game. He only had 22 points on 41% from the field and 1 of 7 from 3. This is the game that this happened. Paul George was horrible from the field, shooting 27%. Kawhi was doing his thing and had 24 on 56% from the field. Harden was going off. He had 37 points, 12 assists, and 8 boards on 56% from the field and 46% from 3. Kawhi hits the mid-range jumper to go ahead. Harden has the ball with Kawhi guarding him. PG comes over with the double, leaving Russ open, and
For three, won't go.
as Paul George is icing the game, this happens. Yeah, Beverley mocks Westbrook's shot, and to be fair, Westbrook was shooting 22% from 3 up until that point in the season. Westbrook was shooting bricks. Russ can be seen visibly calling Bev trash from the other side of the court. I don't know why I expected anything different. The Rockets lose the game, but of course that wouldn't be the end. Like, Why would it? So the Rockets and Clippers face off in December. Each of their previous games was competitive. It also was Paul George facing off against Russ after demanding to leave the Thunder. Two good teams at the top of the West, so now there was some real trash talk between Russ and Bev with a real chance to back it up on December 19th. And as soon as the game started, it was on. Westbrook was making mid-range shots over everyone, making circus shots just barreling through defenders. Once again, Patrick Beverley wasn't guarding Westbrook. On top of that, Westbrook was getting to the line since none of the Clippers could keep him in front. Not even Kawhi. Yeah, Russ would end up going to the line 13 times and surprisingly make 12 of them. And then, in the third quarter, the Rockets swing the ball to Russ. Beverley shows and then runs back to Harden. Russ takes the three and hits it. Right after, he points at Bev. If you remember, that's the same spot that Russ had just missed a game-winning three and the three that Beverley had mocked him. Westbrook would continue carrying the Rockets and end the game with 40 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Towards the end of the game, Beverley picks up his 6th foul in a 3-point game. Russ keeps taunting Bev as he's leaving the court, and Russ gets the tech as Harden pushes him away. The Rockets would win the game, and afterwards, Westbrook just said,
"What else is new?"
So yeah, Westbrook got him. He got him to the point that the Clippers would switch Beverley onto Westbrook towards the end of the game. Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverley are of somewhat a similar breed. They're some of the most competitive people in the league that will put their bodies on the line and give 110% every game. And maybe that's why they get on each other's nerves, because they don't have it in them to back down. It's two opposing forces that won't bend. Mix that in with two sort of head cases on the court, and you get this, a chaotic history. But you know what? I really do enjoy watching both these players whenever they're on the court. Westbrook goes at you and Beverley goes at you on a defensive end. But what do you think? Who's the most competitive player in the league today? Drop a like for the NBA returning, cause it's returning. Shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace gives people the most powerful all-in-one online platform to create your own website. It's super simple with their award-winning templates to create a professional website. The season might be returning. Maybe we get a championship banner? Let me hope. Alright.
I got you, fam!
Squarespace has some nice banners and 24-hour support to help you with anything. To get started with your own business, side hustle, or even MVP petition, go to squarespace.com/MJ2KAllDay for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase. It really does help the channel out. The Discord is up for pre-launch. I'll be talking to people there over the voice channels. There's a TikTok up, and I'm streaming tonight. And if you're still here, you a real one, so comment mock so I know. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Mo, and the all-day notification shout goes to Christian Blake. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to bell for all notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
I don't wanna leave, she don't wanna stay. Baby, won't you slow down, it'll be okay. I don't wanna leave, she don't wanna stay. Hurry up and